Hi.
Safe to come in. Tracy's gone.
Good. I guess it shouldn't really matter to me who you have here on business.
Well, this is your home, too. I'm gonna ship this out air freight so it'll be there when we arrive.
Hey, Ned. Would you stop it with the packages already, please?
What's wrong?
You're miserable. That's what's wrong. There's a fight going on, and you can't stand up and lead the charge, and it's just eating you up alive.
Well, I guess I have a character flaw. I'll work on it.
You shouldn't have to. That's the point. Hey, remember when you stood by me when I fought to get L&B back?
You wanted your company back. I don't.
You'll forgive me, but I think you're being really dishonest with yourself.
All right. What are you saying, Lois?
We're not going to L.A. Not yet. Anyway, okay? Hey, it's gonna make Never no mind whether our kid is actually gonna have her birth in L.A. or good old Port Charles.
You want to stay?
No, not permanently. Just until you incapacitate your mother and you win the company back.
You sure?
Ned, look at me.
Safe to come in. Tracy's gone.
Good. I guess it shouldn't really matter to me who you have here on business anyway, right?
Well, it's your home, too.
Right. But you know that she bothers me, and you know that she likes to cause trouble.
Well, if the trouble you suspect is that I'm trying to take down ELQ...
Well, I don't want to accuse you of anything, but I...
You may as well. Because that's what I'm going to do. Maybe we should reconsider.
How come?
Well, we made this decision together, and I don't want to be the one who backs out.
All I'm saying is we can postpone it. You know, L.A. can wait. It's not like we're running for our lives.
I thought we were. From ELQ, from grandfather, all of it.
Ned. Honey, you could be running a car wash, okay? If somebody's swinging a wrecking ball at something you worked so hard to build, you do not just get out of their way and let them do it. Now, I understand that. So, we will stay until you send your mother off running with her tail between her legs, okay? And then you and me, we're going to ride off into the sunset and not have to worry about what's going on over here. Capiche?
Capiche.
You sure about that this time?
I'm sure.
Good.
What?
I am.
Oh, it's natural. Look, you know what I do? You know when I win, someone else has to lose. It just never happened before your eyes.
It's never happened to people that I know and people I care about.
Well, all the businesses, near and far, that have lost so I could succeed and offer you this charmed life of ours, they're no less deserving of sympathy because they never had you to dinner. I mean, that is, if sympathy were warranted.
Oh, wait a minute. I get this. This is about Tracy, right? Tracy came up with all this, and she came to you and tried to get you to get involved.
I wasn't unwilling. Okay? I'd do the same thing tomorrow if I had to. But yes, Tracy came to me. Like Lois came to me. People come to me all the time. Sometimes people I wouldn't have to dinner, like Tracy. But this is business. Look, I take a hard look. I study the company in question. If I find it's become lazy or degraded and isn't playing the game well anymore, then I know I can beat it. And I do.
The Quartermains don't think of this as a game, Jax.
Oh, no. To them, it's an entitlement. But life doesn't write anyone a blank check. Look, take L&B Records. As small as you are, I couldn't do you much damage because there's no foothold for me. You and Lois are still hungry. You love what you do. That keeps the operation supple. But ELQ, it's past its prime. It doesn't know why it exists anymore, except to keep the family in silk shirts. Pay the maids to pick them up and wash them. Look, history's impatient with pointlessness. Look at Rome. Look at the Quartermains. They've lost their way.
your cue or...
Alice, but what does it mean? Really mean to own something, huh? All those hundreds of acres with all those buildings on them. It means your name is on a bit of paper in a cabinet somewhere, that's all. The land doesn't give a damn. It'll be there long after you're gone. You get to say the buildings are yours. But all you can ever really occupy is the space between your shoes and your hat. Yes, it's a game. With referees we elect to keep track of the pieces of paper, and banks to keep score to tell us who's ahead. You take them away, how real is any of it? Look, the world owns us, not vice versa. It gives us life, and feeds us, and then it feeds us to the worms, and that's ownership. I'm not sure about the others, but I'm sure Edward understands this. Maybe it takes climbing high enough to see over the top. Of course, he'll put up a fight, but I'm betting he's going to have the time of his life rebuilding everything from scratch. I know I will. When it's my turn. Of course, from scratch is a relative term. No one we know will starve. But people do. There are people sick who could be cured, but won't be. People live in cardboard boxes. People who will never have enough to get by because the referees and the scorekeepers say so. They're the ones with everything at stake, not us. So if I get a little impatient at the thought of the Quartermain's tears, and that's why.
You're gonna have me thinking that this could be the best thing that could ever happen to them.
It's not important. It'll take care of itself. What matters to me is being the best thing that ever happened to you.
Well, you keep me guessing.
Well, it's just not my intention.
Oh, no, I know you don't do it on purpose. You know, I remember when I used to listen to people talk about you like Edward and newspapers, and they used to all talk about how ruthless you are. And I used to think that you totally had them snowed. But you are.
Yeah, but not in real life.
Oh.
What? Do you want some guy who's a washout at work and throws his weight around at home?
Oh, you think those are my choices?
Yeah.
Listen. This better be a friendly takeover.
Well, for what it's worth, Dr.Jeykll and Mr.Hyde are both crazy in love with you.
Do you know I've never been with someone who doesn't hold anything back?
But I did.
Until I asked you. I think I'm gonna be careful about what I ask you about from now on, because you'll just tell me.
I want to give you everything you've never had before. And I can, if you let me.